I'm recording. Okay, now I'm recording, and I'll not watch the crap fest that happened. After all that freaking gold that we've been spouting for like 20 minutes.
No, we're going to quiet for the next 5 minutes.
You know, I can make you stay dead, Messina. It's within my power.
Currently am dead. So
there's worse fates. You're in a cyberpunk bar arguing with what you think are the gods.
Oh no, he's in the CP word. No.
You get elevator music and
you game.
No.
Now is it me or did you get 2 words from Aiden and it's like his mic cuts out?
Yeah, I get that too.
Yeah.
Huh? I don't fucking know what to do.
Just ship you a new mic, dude.
Making your way in the world today.
Stop it.
Takes
Stop it. I told you could sing that when they get back to Breach Hill.
Just trying to remind us. Just trying to keep it fresh. Keep it close to the surface.
It's tender and it's needed at this moment as we carry the dead body home.
What's this we? You're dead.
Yeah,
you got to fly.
Taking credit for something he hasn't done.
No, without me, there'd be no dead body.
Oh, there's a hero point.
True.
There's a hero point right there. And Ryan gets another hero point.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend that.
Do you want to re-roll that on one of the gods?
Yeah, probably eventually.
We can neither confirm nor deny Muros is with them at this time.
Boop, boop.
Meanwhile, there's Fafal standing right beside a certain ex-president going, I did not have sex with that dead body.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. Wow.
We were talking, see now, if we'd still been recording about how you guys talked about resurrecting Muros as a different race, and he comes back half sylph, and we were wondering how Fafal got around to even like necrophilia, see, that joke would play. But no, I asked for 5 minutes to solve a tech problem, and you guys are like, role-playing gold for like 20 minutes.
It's not true. We literally read off a couple rituals and...
Well, okay, well, since that's hot topic, Matt, read it again.
All right. So we were looking into Resurrect because, dead dwarf, kind of getting smelly. And we were looking into the Resurrect ritual, and I don't think it's it's not a matter of the resources. We can afford it, but I don't think we can find the people to do it. And that's the issue. But... yeah, and basically Resurrect is like 75 gold points times your target's level. Takes 3 5th level casters, which is like 3 9th level clerics, basically. And critical success, you come back to life, full hit points, good to go. For the following week, you get a +1 status bonus to attack rolls, perception, saving throws, skill checks. And you're also
again. Here's some mild bonuses. We just
that's on a critical success, and also the target is permanently changed in some way by their time in the afterlife, such as gaining a personality trait, a streak of white in the hair, or a strange new birthmark. And I vote hairless Muros.
Wait a minute, he already is bald. It's just chest hair.
No, just all of the hair gone.
He
comes back like
he totally
like
gets a
polished.
Oh, we don't want to depress Muros. We want him back in the fight.
And then just regular successes, you come back with 1 hit point.
You imagine
no spells
shaving down
prepared,
that
blah, blah,
beard.
blah, blah.
He just
and then you're enfeebled for a week. You're clumsy 1, drained 1, and enfeebled 1 for a week.
You can imagine shaving down that beard. He discovers he has a 3rd nipple. Oh.
I mean, if you leave Lobrak with the body long enough, he has a dog slicer.
Make a nice cape.
I mean, look, I need some sort of trophy.
But yeah, like we don't really have the resources to do that. We can afford it, but we can't find the people who will do it because of limited town levels of the places we've been.
Yeah, all 3, just so the audience knows, all 3 priests that are in town, the female elf that looked up from her desk, the male Kellen guy, and even Niles' benefactor are all only 5th level each.
Yeah, Joe's like more powerful than his benefactor.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Well, that's why we get
Adventuring.
Why do you think she gave him? Think about it. She's like, shit, he's more powerful than me. He's going to want high priest. He's going to want to take over my tavern. So as soon as he came back, I pronounce you vicar. Now go forth, vicar. Vicar traveling. Vicar of the travels out of, that's why, You told her.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds very priestly.
Oh, yeah. Her wisdom stat is
we
much
did
higher
find
than...
another ritual that we could do now
What's that?
in the elf place, because they're all nature hippie people, and that is
Nature hippie people? Okay.
Reincarnation.
yes, that is reincarnate, but it's a dice roll because you're taking him back and putting him in another body, so you like roll the dice to see what body you get, and it's like
doesn't it like form a body out of nothing?
Pretty much, but yeah, you grab the soul and then it
goes
comes
into a new
back as-
body.
Yeah.
Well, first you have to wrestle him from the supposed god Caden right now. I don't know if we're all up in
Yep.
this. Yeah. I mean, Glorian Gods in a cyberpunk bar? I mean, it's a little far-fetched.
Well, I mean, technically, Pharasma has the domain over whether or not he comes back, or
Ah, yes.
Do you need
Is
the
it
body
'cause
for reincarnate?
that's the gatekeeper right there.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. Well,
So-
He's going to the boneyard.
Which, by the way, like I don't know if Ryan would like us to do that or not. We will confer with him in that. But when if Albrecht bites the big one, I want you guys to do that for me.
oh, no, we're not asking Ryan. You guys are going to, like, in character, he's dead. He gets no vote. Spend the money, do the spell, and then when the spell's cast, then you ask Messina, do you want to play this guy? He's going to be like,
But
nah,
Albrecht is greedy.
nah.
No, he must be in
back
turn
as
with
a
his
guppy.
ancestors. How much? Okay.
That's a couple of kegs. I can't do that.
That's my drinking allowance for nearly a year.
So he's
Oh,
like,
we're bringing
the-
him
the
back.
cost of bringing Miros back and the cost of healing Al after Mom beats him. Which is the lesser? Like, which is the cheaper? Stingy guy. Just saying.
No, I've got a plan for that. I'm going to send him back with Theowen. He can take the flag.
Let him deal with it.
I'm busy. Adventuring.
It's what your Miros would have wanted.
I just love the pause. Everyone's surrounding you, looking at you like, really? That's what. Like everyone's there while you're making your statements. So you're like, there's just that. Those crickets were gold. I'm telling you. I'm adventuring. And he's nodding at everybody, and they're just like shaking their heads. No, that's not what you're doing.
You just hear quietly with the audience.
Trying to open a microbrewery while subjugating this human town and using a magic ancient elven portal ring as a fucking distribution center. Okay,
Seems legit.
That sounds like adventuring to me.
that's not adventuring.
We had to clear out the dragon.
Yeah.
Yet? What?
Adventure. It's almost the same word.
A venture, adventure. Oh, it's an adventurous venture. And somebody misunderstood and said, "Oh, you're an adventurer, are you?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'm venture." Oh my God, it's lost in translation. Common is a second language. I'm just saying. Is this what business people do? Yeah, you said you were a venturer. Yeah, I'm a venturer.
Adventure.
Like, damn.
Adventure opportunist.
Damn. An entire one misspoken word.
I'm an adventurer capitalist.
I'm a capitalist. I think everybody in D&D is a capitalist. Or a murder hobo.
Yep.
Or murder hobo capitalist.
Yep.
Right? I said both usually.
You can't spell
It is a sellable
adventurer without murder hobo. What? No. What's a solid skill? Murder hoboing?
Yeah. Sellable skill.
A sellable skill. That would make you a mercenary.
Yep.
Wait, we're getting paid for this?
Wait.
I'm just doing this for fun.
No.
For fun.
Wait, they offer
Orc
you
has
how
been
much?
following you all along the entire
I
time.
don't follow Karagus. I follow the lesser deity, the demigod Shits and Giggles. That's why we're here. Fun times had by all.
I mean, What deity do you think goblins follow? What do you think I'm doing?
Bad burrito. That's a lot of shits and giggles. Actually delivered to a place called Fat Bastard Burritos today.
Nice.
You will never guess in 100 years what I had to deliver.
Hopefully, pitas or
The
rice
list
or
goes
beans?
on.
It is burritos, so
3 large
Could be
screen,
Flour tortillas.
3 large screen televisions and 3 monitors. It's like, ooh,
Nice.
someone's
Oh.
getting some shit done on the company dime. That's right.
Do they have a sitting area?
No, I don't think they're
Oh.
turning like a sports bar.
It's all
I'm
in
looking
time.
around.
Kind of. They've got like a bar with 3 stools in front of the window.
That's a lot of TVs for that little space. You know, maybe it's all the sports channels.
No, all the menus are TVs nowadays. That's probably what it
Oh,
is.
that's probably
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, they turn them horizontally and they use them in a.
Oh, they'll
in a
mount them.
vertical sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see what kind of. All right, fine.
We control the horizontal.
Let's
And the
let's
vertical.
not crucify
Do not
these
adjust your
fat
television.
bastards.
Shout out to all our friends at Fat Bastard. What?
Go, fat bastards.
If you'd like to be Patreon,
Follow the
Sponsor
subscribe
us, yeah.
to the show. Yeah,
Sponsor us.
we are some fat bastards, and we eat burritos.
yep, I could eat them every day. Yum
We
yum.
call them fat.
No, there you go. Vicar Niles, keg in one hand, a burrito in the other.
We will sell sponsorships in game.
Oh, yeah.
I got lots of room on my
placement.
armor.
Could you imagine my product?
That's the next level of cash grab
So
from
for our
Critical Role.
our platinum Patreon tier, we will wear something with inscribed with your stuff
Yeah, we'll
in the game.
we'll
Yeah,
mail
Dale's
you.
mentioned every combat.
We'll mail you a burrito with the Dicewise logo toasted into the wrap. There you go.
Ew.
I roll my D20. Brought to you by Kellogg's Toast Crunch.
You imagine?
Well,
Seriously, Niles. There you go.
That's
There you go.
everybody else.
So
It's-
the
it's-
best
it's
thing
not-
would be
it's not
like
gonna work,
random,
no.
random, like a Starbucks
No, we're-
popping up in all of the time. You know what I mean?
We're gonna offer Joe +1 to rolls to coax him a little bit as long as he makes his rolls in character and name of a sponsor, and they've got to be like
sell advertising in a fantasy land. Come on.
no D&D parody. Like, it's got to be D&D parody. So he's got to like.
Okay. There you go.
Soulmongers is totally
Rolling
selling
Rock.
out.
There you go. There's D&D parody.
What does it say?
Rolling Rock.
Yeah, there you go. No, I meant like something like
It's a U.S. company, but hey.
that's not a Joe player joke. I mean like a Niles Breach Hill.
Yeah, well, Rolling Rock.
You know.
Right?
I just imagine since my spikes grow back on my shield every day, you know, the top patron tier I could have Zeke's name like in my shield on the.
And Zeke takes a point of damage as he defends you with your shield.
That's at the $50 a month level.
Yeah.
Patrons, just to let you know.
Yeah, and so it goes Zeke, 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 Zeke,
Hey,
Zeke, 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 Zeke.
we've been bleeding patrons because like people get their credit card bill and stuff like right after Christmas, and it's just like, and the patrons bleed out again for 3 months. Damn it!
Well, yeah, Christmas.
That's why I bought like Dark Archive and everything. Like when the money was coming in from the patrons, it's like, hey guys, we got this book and this book and this book. Thank you, patrons. It's like, yep, now the dry spell.
Yeah.
But we get to
It's-
play with all the new shiny toys.
Yes, we do.
So actually, speaking of
Leveling up.
no. Did we talk about 8th level?
Nope.
We haven't. I haven't become 8th level because we haven't had a confirmation that we are 8th level yet.
Oh well. While I'm
We're all sitting with Path
I mean,
Builder.
I can
open.
open
All
that
right,
tracker
all
up and
right.
drop
Yeah,
that level
yeah,
in
no,
right
no.
anytime you let me know.
You're all 8th level except for Miros' corpse. Sorry, Ryan. let's
I'm
let,
playing
sure he
Rose's
was
Corpse,
gonna
I'm
find
playing
a way to
Rose.
let's
Yeah.
talk about leveling. This will keep you busy while I'm still trying to fix some technical. Yeah. Let's start with. Oh, I don't know who's ready to go.
Not I.
I'm not ready.
If you wanted to hear about
I can talk about it.
I told
since
you. I told you
actually-
guys we're ready to level after the spiders, but you didn't pull out.
Yeah, but you didn't say it in game, so we. I mean, I can speak about my.
I mean, come
stuff.
on,
So-
there
Who
are a
knows?
bunch of
Who
dwarves
knows if this footage will ever air? You know, I don't know.
I mean, we could spend the whole evening talking about leveling and not playing.
Well, it's better than it's getting an episode out of the way. So let's have it. Who's ready to level?
Yeah, I'm taking level 8, another champion. For a class feat, I'm picking up Smite Evil, and for my skill feat, I'm doing Armor Assist, which
So what does
reduces
Smite
the time
Evil
to.
do?
It allows me to. It's similar to a prime target in this game. Your blade ally becomes even more powerful, and I can select a foe that I can see, and until the start of my next turn, I do extra damage to it if I hit it. And if he attacks one of my allies, that actually extends the duration of my damage against him. So.
Cool.
And then the other thing I picked up is Armor Assist, which lets me don and help others don and remove armor much more rapidly.
For sleepovers? What?
You know, we have been it's not going to really help in a fight situation. It really just fits in between of like
Hey,
if we're in a hurry.
If I interrupt your rest, like you guys got attacked in the cab in the middle of the night. Have you forgotten that already?
No, I know. This is not going to
Yeah.
help in those situations incredibly because it's still, I think instead of 10 minutes, it's 5 minutes or something like that.
I'm trying to
But,
help validate your choices.
yeah. No, I'm happy with it. We're pressed for time. So
Okay. Let's talk about your new hit points.
wow, I'll have to look those up. It's I forget if I'm at D10 or D12, so I think I just dropped one in, so I might have it there.
D10.
D10. So I don't know if it
You don't roll a
Roll.
D10 or 12; it just automatically gives them to you.
Yeah.
Hit points in this are
So-
static.
so I was at 115 before, so
You had 115 hit points at 7th level.
yeah. And now I'm at 130 because I have an 18 constitution.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty gross.
What are your new saving throws?
Fortitude 18, reflex 12, will 12.
Very nice. And then
I think that's pretty much it.
there's no base tag in this, but there's no training. There's no you got those 2 feats and saving throws. Yeah.
That's really it for 8th. It's not a big one.
And now you've got like a performance complex that we've wormed our way onto. For the sake of the players, for the sake of the show. All right, who's next? Don't be shy.
I guess I could go. I took another level in Rogue. And Rogues get me more. Basically, every Rogue level gets me another skill increase and skill feat, so I got a whole lot of those. So this level, I became a master in athletics. And took for my class feat, I took Opportune Backstabber. So as a reaction, whenever a creature within my melee reach is hit by a melee attack from one of my allies, I can capitalize on the distraction and make a free strike against them.
Ooh.
So I just basically get an extra attack per round whenever someone else hits someone that I'm next to.
It's almost like a attack of opportunity, but better.
But better.
Yes. Because it doesn't use a reaction.
It does use my
sorry.
reaction. So, but it's really nice because otherwise, like, I don't have access to a whole lot of other attacks of opportunity type actions, so my reaction wasn't ever being used. So, just extra free damage, which is nice. For skill feat, I've taken Wall Jump. I can use my momentum from a jump to propel myself off a wall. If I'm adjacent to a wall at the end of a jump, whether performing a high jump, long jump, or leap, I don't fall as long as my next action is another jump. Furthermore, since my previous jump gives me momentum, I can use high jump or long jump as a single action, but I don't get to stride as part of the activity. I can only use it once per turn, unless I'm legendary in athletics, which in case I can use it as many times as I can use consecutive jump actions in that turn. Legendary will be at 15th, I think. But yeah, so I could just kind of bounce off of walls if I want to now.
Sounds pretty dope.
Yeah. Do we still get the archetype feats?
Yeah.
Okay. Then with that, I will be getting the monk advanced kata feat again. So it basically just gets me 1 monk feat with the prerequisite of my monk level being half my character level. So I now qualify for 4th level monk feats.
Oh, sorry. To clarify, though, I'm giving out a set of free archetypes. So if you guys went off and started another archetype dedication, that would cost you.
You
get
gotcha.
So you get your first, so either I take fire dedication and fighter, fine. But then 3 levels later, you could switch off to and now monk dedication. No, those are not free. If you stay in one class, then those will be free. Just to clarify.
All right, well, I'm sticking with monk because I like it. Especially because I now get flying kick. So for 2 actions, I launch myself at a foe, make a leap, or attempt a high jump or long jump. At the end of the jump, if I'm adjacent to a foe, I can immediately strike that foe with an unarmed attack. Even if the foe is in midair, I fall to the ground after the strike. So I can now take down a Vrock.
In flight.
Yep.
We'll see.
It'll be glorious.
We shall see. So confident are we? You know who was confident? Your master. And he's dead now. Speaking of which, Ryan.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you take?
Double
What do you take the next level? Oh, you can't. Okay, moving on.
Oh, so mean.
That's so dirty.
So soon.
So
I'm talking to an empty chair. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. There's no tears going on. Ryan stepped out for a break because he's dead. He's away from. Wow, what role playing? He just left. Is he lying down the floor? Is that? Oh my God, the guy's committed to the role. I'm telling you. Who's next? Come on, I got more abuse for you. Let's go. Who's it? Step up. No.
I'm still trying to decide quickly.
Oh, quickly. Oh, fine. Okay.
Okay. So you ready for this?
Yep.
I'll start with the boring stuff. Skill feat. I took multilingual, which gives me 2 languages. So out of the 1 I will use, which will be elf or whatever the Elven village speaks. I know it's elf-ish, but
Yeah, they speak Elven, I'm sure.
okay. I will use that, and the other one I will hold on for now.
No.
So I can actually, because it makes sense when you roleplay that, hey, I'm learning a language. Okay, because I've hung out with the elves while everybody else was away. And for the other one, I haven't really spoken to anybody else. So
I mean, you could also have Lobrak be teaching you Elvish.
yeah. So, but you get 2 of them, right? So I use the one now and use the other one later.
I'm sure nothing will go wrong with that.
Yeah, bad translation. Funky ho. What? What did I just say? Yeah, and for class feat, channel smite, which allows me to burn a heal or harm spell to add that damage to my strike. So I'm going to be 8th level, so that is a 4d8 or 4d10 onto my strikes. Cost 2 actions. I have 4 heal spells. So do the math. And then for the free archetype, I took Advanced Blood Potency to go along with my sorcery archetype, which gives me Divine Evolution, which gives me a harm or heal spell at the highest spell level I can cast through my sorcerer. And I get to choose harm or heal. whenever I cast it. I don't have to pick. So with Channel Smite, if you use heal, it only works against undead. If you use harm, it works against living.
Yes.
Yes. So if I use Channel Smite against a living creature, I will use my my arcane or my divine evolution harm to do the damage, vice versa. So yeah. So with Muros leaving, I might be able to hold the front line. Well, and a crap load of 4th level spells now for me.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool.
I am undecided.
Because now I can cast 3 4th level spells
Sweet.
for
That's
my
cool.
for my cleric, and I can cast 2 3rd level spells for the sorcerer.
Nice.
Yeah,
That gives you some versatility.
It does.
I'm tossed. I don't know what I should take for my sorcerer feat.
What are you gonna sit in between?
Cross-blooded evolution, which gives me a spell, allows me to add a spell outside of my bloodline ancestry stuff to my repertoire, which it's kind of badass, really.
It is.
And then there's also there's one from level 6 that's kind of cool too. The bloodline resistance and cross-blooded evolution. So the resistance is like a +1 to saving throws against magic and magical effects, just across the board. Which that's very powerful. And then that cross-blooded evolution. But then there's also the diverting vortex from the 6th level ones. That's pretty badass too. As long as it's an ability that gives you a bonus to your AC against ranged attacks. So yeah, I don't know what to take. I'm thinking cross-blooded evolution's pretty good though, because then I can just pick any spell basically, as long as I've got the level for it to add to my repertoire. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Eventually take them all, right? What?
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So, you know what we forgot to talk about? Your hit points, boys. Your saving throws.
Oh, yeah. So I go up by 8 plus con mod, so up 11, so that'll put me at 98. Oh, what my saves are gonna go up to? 13 fortitude, 18 reflex, 11 will.
Well, if you insist. And Niles, the vicar.
Yeah, so my hit points will increase to dying battery. 96 due to my toughness feat.
Very nice.
And all my saving throws increase by 1. So fortitude 14, reflex 10, will 16.
Okay. And Elric.
I took quick recognition for my skill feat, which once per round as a free action, I can recognize a spell using a skill in which I'm a master of. So if somebody's casting an arcane spell as a free action, I can attempt to identify it.
And what would be the DC for that?
That's determined by the spell that's being cast. There's a whole thing about it. I don't get into it because it's complicated. Basically,
I don't do the math. I just cast the fucking ability. That's right. No, let's talk about it in depth here while I'm almost done.
And I took cross-blooded evolution, which allows me to add a spell from outside of my bloodline. My bloodline's tradition. And it says you can swap which spell you add from which tradition as you could any other sorcerer spell, but you can't have more than one spell from another tradition in your spell repertoire at the same time using this feat. So I assume it says I can, as I change my spells around, my learned spells, so basically every level, when I level, I can swap out stuff.
If you choose.
Because of my arcane evolution. It's kind of cool. Like sorcerers are mutants, you know?
I'm not worried about anyone, getting this first go, because I'm so focused on what I'm doing, I'm actually not listening. So you'll be asked exactly how this shit works again and again.
Again and again and again. Yeah. So I have to pick a spell, basically, to add to my repertoire. And that's going to take some time. Because I get access to all of them, basically. Or like the
There's
four.
some really cool divine ones.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was honestly thinking about just taking a healing spell.
Gross.
Yeah, I'll have to look into it.
Yeah. So, Ryan.
Yes.
Sounds like these guys are going to try to resurrect you. Did we decide, is that possible with our resources?
We can't resurrect him, but we can reincarnate him.
So how do you feel about playing another race, or do you think that would destroy the character?
No, Muro stated the fact. He's not done yet.
Yeah, but what does that mean, man? Clarity.
He's been all the animals, so this seems right in line.
That is true. He can come back as a giant frog. No, Gripply.
He comes back as a giant frog, and we don't know that he isn't still a dwarf.
Because it's
He just
regional,
never
right? So if we
shows
do
us,
this in the
right?
Milwaukee Expanse, you have to pick from like the common stuff around us.
And if he wild shapes into a dwarf on occasion, he's allowed
That's
to do that
interesting.
one trade. That's his special ability as a frog.
So you have a talking Gripply or a talking frog that turns into a giant dwarf with a tongue attack, with a beard attack. But you know,
Beard attack.
it's all wild. But he's feral. But the dwarf is feral, so he doesn't talk. He just salivates and like Lobrak rides him around as he runs around all fours. Like, I'm totally down with this. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, oh, GM said yes.
You are.
Feral Muros.
It's
Roll some
canon.
dice.
I wild shape into a dwarf.
No.
I want fan art on the Discord.
I only agree this if the DM rolls the dice openly.
Oh, I will. You're gonna end up being like the weirdest little funny thing.
Bunny rabbit.
There is one caveat to reincarnate.
Oh, I was
that
hoping you
I
didn't see that. Do tell. For suspense.
Has to be within a week of the person dying.
So we're gonna have to go do that.
So
fast.
you would take him back to Acravel inside of like 5 to 7 days, and then it's like, do we try to go through the portal or do we do him here? The good thing is, if you guys did society checks, you would know if Breach Hill had the means, so you could make the decision en route. Assuming you don't fail those society checks. If you fail them and try for Breach Hill to bring him back and go, and they turn you away, and then you try to double back to Acravel, your week might be up, and we could lose our feral dwarven friend. Because can't meta, right? I can offer the rolls, but
Well, here's the thing too: is do we even know
you know what? No.
that we can do these things? Is it like common knowledge that you can have somebody resurrected?
Yeah, it's done in the Dwarven Mountain with the High Priest for special people. Yeah. I'm sure you and Frank's character Theon are like totally doing rock paper scissors or rock paper wizard Spock to see who the hell's got to take the body back up Five King Mountain and face Miros's mom, right?
Theon's the leader, man. I swear.
Thanks, Frank. Wherever you are. I was in Five King Mountain. I'll just take over this little carpentry project, a little masonry project overlooking the castle there, Al, and yeah. Would a dwarf even stand for that? Well, I guess your standard dwarf. I mean, adventure dwarves, they're not exactly regular people now, are they? You're a bunch of weirdos. Yeah, weirdos.
Ooh, Breath of Life.
I gave you a hero point. You can name the movie that came from.
That's a cool spell.
What are you looking at, you weirdo? Yeah, weirdos. And you can't Google it, Eden, so it's an honest hero point. Hey?
I never Google those things. I either know them or I don't, because y'all are old fucks. Simple as that.
And that's fair. All right. No? It's animated. No? Treasure Planet.
Oh, I should have actually known that one. I've seen that one.
He goes on the ship and he's looking at the guy that's like two pieces. And the little, basket half of the guy calls him a weirdo.
Oh, yeah.
So, are you all done leveling?
No, I'm still picking the spell, but it might be a while.
All right.
Yeah. Well, takes a while for the spellcasters.
That's fine. What was
I
that?
said, I think I'm just going to take heal.
Heal the spell.
The spell heal.
Oh, okay.
Divine spell.
So, Niles, thank you for your cameo. Back to rules.
Arcane spellcasters have access to that in this system?
No, but my bloodline cross-blooded evolution gives me access to one spell outside of my
Nice.
domain, quote unquote.
And a good turning point because you're like, never again will this happen.
Yeah.
Now 2 auxiliary healers, and we could have used it. So
Yeah. That's why I'm thinking. I'm just like, what have I gone through? Well, I'm going to do something to try and prevent that from happening again.
I know, it's
if
like,
I was higher level, there's a different spell I would have taken.
It's kind of like
there's literally a spell that's like, it's like a ward you put out that's like re-raise. If somebody who's in the area dies, they're automatically revived, and depending on a dice roll, depends on what they come back up with in hit points. It's insane.
So who wants to play a cleric? Not me. And Joe didn't want to play a cleric, but he did because we need one. And now here we're at 8th level, and it's like, well, I'll take healing. It's like we had a perfectly good Jedi, and then somebody suddenly decides to be force sensitive. It seemed to be a pattern here, Matt.
Well, no, then that allows Joe to be a cleric in other ways because he has more than just healing spells.
Yeah. He does.
And he kind of kicks ass, legitimately.
He
kicks ass with his stuff.
It's news to me.
He's doing all sorts of stuff. The bones coming out of the ground and the whole lights.
We now have
he
at least
kicked the
3
crap out of that that flying thing.
Exactly.
What was that?
So stay away from the fucking healing, Matt, so he stays in his lane.
It just makes sense to like I said, what
part says no, you shouldn't get more healing. Stop that.
The GM says
no free
the GM always
Not going to help you right now, Miro. Sorry. We had to wait till we're a higher level.
No, I'm
never again.
In fact, right now that healing might actually hurt you. You're right on this side of undead.
That's true.
And
that's the other reason he took it.
Protect him from the ghost of
heal is heal. Yeah.
Arm's length, ye smell.
What do you mean I smell? I can't.
Stay back, or I'll give you the hand again.
It's son of a bitch. That's stuck like a. What I doing here? Nipple
I'm
twisting little. You grab my nipple. You know how I feel about that thing. Stop it.
The third one?
Yes, it hurts.
I thought it was just a spare.
Yeah. Heal. But it's really a purple nipple.
In the world today.
Wait a minute. So Neros has a nipple of healing? Is that a magical item? Is that a thing?
The third nipple of healing.
Just come on,
It is,
just
in fact,
come
the
on
third
over
one.
and put
It's
your
neither
Right in
of
the center
other
of
two.
his
It's that
forehead.
weird
put
third
your
one.
lips on my nipple of healing and just give a suckle. You'll be feeling right. I know I will in no time.
I know it's a little hairy, but
I know. Just the hairs are sort of a bonus.
It's only weird once.
It's only weird the first time.
No, it's actually weird every time.
Yeah, says Doug's character who goes in for a second time.
Let Muros take care of you as he spreads the bush to expose the nipple.
Okay. All right. I would like to state that that Miros, first of all, doesn't have a bush, but if he wanted one, that's perfectly fine. That's his choice. Oh, gods. Good night, everybody. I've had enough of you. Oh, really? I'm rolling credits now. I've had enough of this. Oh, shit. I think that time your mics were off the entire time.
Nah.
I will say this: sorcerer feats they kind of feel a little lackluster.
Hey, some of the class feats, I mean, Armor Assist was my best choice amongst the ones I had, I'm going to be honest. I mean, there were some other things I could have done some jump stuff, but I kind of went character. So
Yeah.
there's the skill feats sometimes just aren't great.
At least for like the Arcana required ones, like all of the Arcana stuff is like you can figure out what this is better.
Yeah.
Like almost all
Right.
of them.
When you do recall knowledge, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to go to Jeff that badly.
Yeah, but now I can do it as a free action.
There you go.